Our seminar for today will be conducted by our guest lecturer, Mr. Guerrero. Mr. Guerrero attended the University of Papua New Guinea School of Law from 2005 to October 2008, and he graduated with the Bachelor of Degree with second-class honors. He then attended the Papua New Guinea Legal Training Institute during 2009, graduating with a postgraduate certification of completion of legal training and an academic prize for attaining first place in the subject of PNG taxation law. Mr. Guerrero then attended the Mitchell Hamline School of Law in St. Paul City, Minnesota, United States of America, during 2016, wherein he obtained a Master's of Law degree with particular research on intellectual property law. Mr. Guerrero continues to practice law in Papua New Guinea in the main areas of commercial law, which is largely corporate regulatory and advisory in nature. I would like to invite Mr. Guerrero on stage to begin his seminar.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedules to come down. And thank you to the Master of Ceremony for that generous introduction. Today's seminar is looking at the 8 categories of intellectual property and how an indigenous SME can apply such intellectual property in the production and development of their goods and services that specifically include traditional knowledge and more importantly, this leads to the protection and the development of the cultures from which they originate from. So, So what are the 8 categories? The 8 categories are, firstly, you could use copyright to protect the traditional cultural expressions. You can use, secondly, industrial designs to protect the look and the feel of your culturally inspired products. You could use trademarks to register distinctive indigenous words, names, and symbols. You can use certification and collective marks to distinguish your goods. The next category is geographical indications as a way to link goods to a specific area. You may also use patents to protect innovations that are based on traditional knowledge, and you may use trade secrets to protect confidential traditional knowledge. And lastly, you can use unfair competition laws as a defense mechanism against intellectual property infringement. The next category is use of a trademark. So how do we use a trademark in the protection of our culture? You may do so for distinctive words, names, and symbols. And so basically, you are creating a brand. The idea is that the trademark that you create creates a reputation for your goods, and that reputation flows into loyalty of customers. And so when people see your trademark, they instinctively they buy your brand. This is important when other products who are similar to your product have a similar trademark design, and this can be confusing for the customer, and this is why it's important for businesses to have trademarks, is to avoid the confusion and to establish their brand. A trademark is administered under the Trademarks Act 1978. It is a distinctive sign for the provider of goods and services. It is a mark that consists of symbols, letters, numbers, or words, and even the design of the package or a combination of these. A owner of the trademark has the exclusive right within the relevant territory against any other competitor. The mark must be distinctive. It must not be generic, descriptive, or deceptive in relation to the goods and services, and it must not be identical or confusing to other marks that are registered for identical goods and services. For the mark to be protected effectively, it must be registered at the Intellectual Property Office, and you must pay registration fees. The term of a trademark lasts for 10 years, and you may renew for a further 10 years. So theoretically, you can hold the trademark in perpetuity as long as you keep renewing it. So let's look at an example of how indigenous peoples have used this trademark. So here's an example from Canada, and a group of villagers came under the Cowichan tribe, and they registered the name of the tribe as the Cowichan trademark. And the Cowichan trademark is able to cover a variety of goods, including sweaters, vests, ponchos, hats, toques, mittens, scarves. So I think this is a very effective way of protecting culture through intellectual property. What do you see? That's it? Okay. Thank you very much for taking time out from your busy schedules to attend the seminar and celebrate World Intellectual Property Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Guerrero, for taking time to conduct this seminar with us. I'm sure all of us here, and those watching as well online, have learned a great deal about how concepts of intellectual property law can assist indigenous SMEs. I would also like to thank Mr. Pokowin, as well as the president for UPNG Law Student Society and her team for organizing this event. And thank you as well to everyone for attending. Have a great day.